This boy is about to fuck up forever. And this guy knows it. This guy knows what's gonna happen. And I know it. Broly knows it. He doesn't know it. But he's about to shrink into oblivion. I'm just gonna hug you. And then I'm gonna press you right inside my nipple. Until you drown in my milk. Okay, welcome back. Are you there with me? I mean, I'm a little surprised that Broly's straight up hugging him after being slapped in the face. Maybe it's just so ballsy and so audacious, so bold and beautiful that he can only respect it. He can only respect the sheer lack of fucks given. It's like, no one ever dare talk to me like that. Like, goes full old Delos mode. No one ever dare talk to me like that. Or no one that's still alive. Refresh it. Should be streaming. Yeah, then you're not. Oh, wait a second. There you go. Yeah, I was talking about Renlo. You just missed that he slapped Goliath. And then he got a hug. But he is already +2 embarrassed, so he's pretty close to an emotional death with that. No, not really. First step, but shouldn't push it. It's actually not from slapping Goliath. That's from flirting with him. That was also not a good idea, apparently. Although I wouldn't know why, personally. Oh, this should be a good one. He's risk-free. He impersonated the mermaid so well that he not even have a voice. Sure, just go ahead and stare. I don't know what Farah's game is. Oh, he's here. He's like Keiko and Munchie now, just vying for my attention. Anyway. We were upstairs with the... I realized that Wonder only needs 2 things, and that is a seat to sit on and a seat to fart on. It's a love seat. Sure, whatever you want to call it, Sims. A love for farting. What were you lolling about? Because I already forgot, probably. We need to test the lag. Basically. Yep, looks nice enough. Okay, cool. Lag testing just came in. Hmm. I feel like YouTube is doing a bit of a shitty job sometimes. Yeah, it is. It is largely forgivable. I mean, I don't know if Broly will forgive it. So I've realized the infinite corridor of mirrors is just to keep the ugly people out. A vampire would not really be affected. But Papaya, she would just die right here and now if she wasn't already dead. Imagine Papaya coming into this house and then coming upstairs and then looking through the glass of this door and then Wonder would sit on his seat here and he's farting on just thinking he's all alone, like having a little private farting moment, and then Papaya shows up here through the door with a Jack Nicholson style face and her knife in her hand, and she wouldn't make it though. She would drop right there because suddenly her brain would explode from having to look at herself in the mirror infinitely. Even she cannot be so delusional as to survive that. Oh, so what were we doing? I think I will leave this room as is for the most part. Yeah, it has nice lighting, sorry. It may need a bookshelf. Wonder is an avid reader of children's books, of picture books, so. Sorry, let me mute myself because I sound like a freaking horse chewing. Have some ASMR logging is snooping. So my ex would really care. You know who? I think he hated chewing noises. I may be making it up, but no. He got very triggered by this on the phone. Yeah, he started screaming at me for that. Should have broken up with him right away. No! This is not for swimming. This is art! Get out of the art! Pause. Do you see what this looks like? A fucking field of sea mines. Sharp glass bombs or whatever the fuck they are. This is not something you go and swim on. Who are you? Oh, it's this demi. This is why you are demigods. More like fucking dummy gods. Good god. Oh my lord. This is the household of demigods. But this used to be a restaurant and it still looks like that. And if they're going to keep this up, they're going to end up impaled on those rocks spiked here, and I'm not going to save their asses. I'm going to turn this into a restaurant again. I'm going to serve their fucking flesh to real gods. What happened to our table? What happened to the table? What are these guys doing with my beautiful artsy restaurant? What did you say? Sorry, I freaked out. I don't like losing control, and look, I can't enter build mode and lock them out of this pool. I feel powerless. Yes, they're acting like it, but they're supposed to be. I mean, I banished them only from paradise recently and not too far. They live right across from a respectable, non-desperate, godly household with a beautiful dream of a billboard to inspire them to godhood. Yeah, so here is even an impossibly divine what do you call this, ceiling light, chandelier, spend it from absolute nothingness. Try harder. Maybe he's just working on his immortality skills by risking his life, but please do not swim in this disgusting pool. Look at what I put here. This is not a sculpture, this is organic. It's rotting away. It's a rotting piece of dead squid. Starting to I really start to sound like Juno Birch. Oh. But then again, I paused. This is my pause mode, and I get to be sassy and angry. How do you know that? How do you know this is a vampire squid? Because it is. Yes, it is. What about it? Yes, it is a vampire, whatever. I thought that was just a Sims thing. This is Mexicans. Twisted Maxi, living his dream. And this symbolizes me. After I had all my lunches that I made for today after 3 hours of cooking. I'm jealous. Don't make me jealous with your science knowledge. Yeah, how big is it though? How fucking big is it? Please reassure me it's not this size, because I inflated it, but no, hold on. I'm gonna look it up. Vampire squid. Yeah. All right. Vampire squids rule. How big is he? They don't get that big. The vampire squid, literally vampire squid from hell. That is the first line on Wikipedia. I'm not even going to pronounce it. Vampiroteuthis infernalis. Oh my god. So, what is the deal with this thing? But it still looks like it sucks out your brain. And why does it come from hell? I see that one of the references says that the vampire squid from hell eats feces to survive deaths. Doesn't sound... So it's a shit vampire? Maybe it should be in the toilet bowl then in the front of this museum. This work of art that is this house. I mean, just have a look at this. Do you know how much fidgeting and godly magic this takes to make? I wanted to make this physically plausible, but still yet paradoxical. Wait. The legs webbing part inflates and it looks terrifying. Can you send me a picture of that? Because I'm already in this mood, as you can see on the stream. This is my exact mood right now. I'm already horrified. I don't think unless you can turn into a gnome playing basketball, I don't think it can make things much worse. It's such a sassy mood right now. This house just makes me feeling aggressive, you know what I mean? It just gets me all demanding. But I'm sorry for being inconsiderate here a bit. And demanding. And difficult. And a bitch. And a birch. Bitch and a birch. Hmm. Doing noises. Is that a photo or conceptual art? And I'm not like horrified. I'm disgusted. I'm deleting this thing. Can you imagine that this dummy dum god is swimming willingly in a pool with a rotting version of that creature from hell? I mean, maybe he's aspiring to be the god of the underworld, but this doesn't fly with me. I had a lot of terrain paint here that got deleted, I see, because I relocated a lot and I see the grass overrode the sandy bits. Everything has a secret here, everything is a trick. Everything in this world is magic, except to the magician. For instance, there is this implausible paradox. I'm not sure how it works, but it works. Let's ignore that it's actually spilling. It is a perpetuum mobile, so to speak. The idea is what counts. That's Katrina. We all love that woman. That's one woman that can stay, for as far as I'm concerned. Even Wonder would not mind that in... I mean, even Riffy would not mind that woman in his house. I still don't know what happened to the tables. This feels creepy, like a bunch of ghosts playing a chair game, a game of chairs, whatever you call that. This is just a cursed restaurant remains. Nothing remains here. No staff. Um, good. Next floor. Actually, this was the interesting part. The next floor is just people playing on the computers. Same 2-second animation over and over. Maybe the animation is longer than I give it credit for. Let's see. Looks like a very disjointed video game. At least this guy's behaving. He's destroying towns like he's playing Giant Simulator. I think now it's resetting. I'm a little wishful, but the tornado targeting things on his screen, I thought they were actually like shoe symbols. Okay, he's had enough. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna be a god now? What else are you gonna do to ascend? How are you going to prove yourself to me? Show me the way. Show me what you got planned. Lip sync for your life. Oh shit, I was scared that one of the guys was showing up in his dick. Because there's, you know, I have this dick mod and I don't want to show that on screen. But if they accidentally end up naked. Yeah, それはちょっとね. He's eating. He's eating to be a growing, stomping boy to destroy cities. I agree. I approve. Stunning tree. Stunning. Oh, I see Renlo has his has left his traces here already. I don't know when he snuck to the neighbors on the other side, but he has been here. Zaprush. Did you hear it? In case you didn't hear the Zaprush clearly, I can make Wonder Zaprush as well. No, I can't. Unless... I taught him to teleport. It's a complete waste of skill powers, but I wanna... He didn't save Saprush this time. Hmm. He didn't save Saprush this time either. I guess Saprush is a really rare one. The word of power he would not likely use. I really want to hear it. I could swear they use it every time they teleport. Because all he's doing is laughing. Maybe if I teleport him further. No, I didn't hear him at all. Okay, well, this is Wonder. Wonder has no reason to cooperate with me. He knows that I can't do shit. I would never do anything against Wonder. He's just privileged like that. Oh yeah, this room has the best fucking view and windows in the history of this stream. All 3 episodes. I mean, I fucking can't get another of this view. We need this in our house. Even if we need to tear out some walls for it. But you realize that the frog is part of the view, right? It's not separate from it. This is all just meant for emphasis. In the Fraggle Rock, in the Fraggle Rock. Yeah. That first person POV still makes me think of the Fraggle opening song. Anyway, this was interesting, but I think that we've seen another memorial site. Which these are fake ones though. Speaking of, I want to give you a small sneak peek. You deserve it after sticking with me for so long. I want to end on a high note. And I still got a really high note for you. And for that we need to go to Los Angeles. Basically. Because that is where all the random sims... Well, that's where all the hosts ended up. This is basically the valley beyond. It doesn't really matter who I'm taking with me, but... For a moment my brain thought that I could access Swachtel's inventory with the urns. If I just took him with me, but I can't. He's just gonna be there in the way. But whatever. It's just gonna be eye candy. Cotton eye candy. With that hair, get it? This house. Again, there's some similarities here with the other one. Because it was originally all the same house, but it evolved into this. It looks absolutely stunning. I showed it on stream. Oh, sorry, no, I showed a screenshot before. But this is not the part that is impressive, I think. It's just the backdrop works really well for this one. Which is exactly why it's here. Because nothing is coincidence. There's a path for all of us, and a path for this house. He's gonna end up cursed, probably. You're not supposed to use these items. These are like cursed temple items. Yeah, he could actually die from this if he wasn't, if I wasn't going to collect this away. Stairs are amazing. I could totally bend it around now. I don't feel like it. Maybe another time. Indeed. You went full Velma there. Dinkies! Anyway, aside from the fact that Wonder just practically killed himself, if it weren't for the fact that I'm cheating, and I'm not sure if vampires can die from poison, but that dart can actually kill him if you explore a ruin and you pull the wrong lever. You go full crunk on those levers. But yeah, yes, this is where his friends are. He's just going to see his old friends. This is a complicated basement. That was his Scooby-Doo running animation. This is, so to speak, Zwachtel's... Canonically, this is Zwachtel's statue. It's not really Zwachtel, but it looks close enough for me. And it's a naked man to associate it with the god of death. So wherever you see this fucker show up, it's there's death. The radio is playing my favorite song, by the way. Maisie Grove. It's amazing. I will send it you. So send it later. It's by, I think it's by of Monsters and Men, but they're not credited as such, so you will never know for sure who is inside of this box. Where are you? Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? Restaurant guest Kudabara. I just decided, okay, you're an NPC, you're going to show up in my restaurant, so I just named it appropriately. Some of them have, you can come in here? Of course you can, you're part of this death cult, aren't you? The Family Clan Z and the Pink Usagi urn placers, basically, they can come into this special segment. But this is basically still the mild version. This is still like the sweet water of the cemetery, of the catacombs. This is where the relatively okay souls go to die, to be dead, brother. Sierra Bravo. I don't know why he's here. A name like that doesn't sound like he belongs here. Maybe only his name that I gave at birth, you know, ended up being a meme. Maybe he wasn't so bad after all, because I didn't put him in the hell part. So now we're going to that part of the park, to the edge of the park. You're ready to go through this door. We're going really fast because we're not on the ground level. The hell? And here all your sins are of your soul are put in the scales, and they're weighed against this empty scale. And if your sins are heavier, then you drop into the lava. And you burn. Your soul burns for good. I don't know. This just seems... It's not actually lava. It's not Minecraft. You can have lava floors. It's just a very fluorescent red floor. But it looks pretty freaky, all things considered. Don't talk about grandma while I'm in this zone of death. It might, she's a bit vulnerable. Don't think it's good to mention her here, because some god of death might hear you and be like, Grandma, don't we have an appointment? You know, this is just like the heart of death here. This is where all my, not all my friends go, because there's an entire generation of friends that is just somewhere in Spachtle's inventory, in his household inventory, but there's quite a few friends here. We're very proud of this construction. I'm also disappointed you haven't actually said, oh my fucking god, yet, so I hope there's just like 60 minutes of lag or something to justify that. Just how much are you lagging, by the way? I could swear there were more urns and more dead sims. But apparently, okay. Well, I got 9 seconds still, a second to go or something, or maybe 2. They really have to take a whole detour with their vampire run, their vampiric run, to get to the arcade game here. But yeah, the layout here is complicated. Because there's also backdoor entrance specifically for the death cult that the urn placer called. And then there's one where you had some experiments. I mean, it may look inconspicuous, like just a normal hobby room for Sims. But this is where I ended up electrocuting quite a few of them. And experimenting, but not too successfully, sadly. Okay. I feel like I've died myself now. I'm trying to find my way back to my body. And we are somewhere here. Ooh. The camera goes really fast at these levels. Okay. Well, that's the end of The Sims 4. We've reached the end of the game. I can't make it any more rosy than that. Rosy than that. It's just how it ends. No, that's it. The simulation killed us. It killed our consciousness. And that's the end of the game. Simulation didn't end with the death of the Sims, but with the death of its god. And now they're going to tell their own story. They just got forwarded through the back of our heads. We're just gonna pull it through our heads. We have simply become music, as Ford would say. Like Mozart and Bach. We have simply become music. Oh yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Not only did I manage to die in real life, but I also showed you what I wanted to show you. Hell if I know. I can tell you what, I appreciate being able to actually hear my voice. Because for all I know, I just screech like a parrot and I barely hear it through my ear set. Probably going to use earplugs next time, smaller ones that don't isolate every noise and muffle my own voice so I can work on sounding more pleasant. Right now, I don't know how I sounded like. I didn't know what a tiny voice sounded like either, which probably was very annoying. But I was shielded from it, which is why I kept doing it a few times. So, amazing rope. Bye bye. I'm gonna talk with you on Telegram, and thank you for everyone. Thank you for playing my game. Ciao.